Hey everybody, Dishidar here, and I'm coming to you from the great city of Pine Lake and this awesome wooded area. So, the title of this video is, Are Pagan Gods Real or Figurative? Now, this debate has been going on for quite a while, but I just want to, add my little 2 cents in the pot as far as what I think and my personal belief. Now, first, there's those who see deity. It doesn't matter if you call Dionysus, Helios, Diana, Artemis, or Zeus, or any pagan deity, or even if you're not pagan, it doesn't matter how you see deity. Some see him or her. I'll just say him because that's what I'm used to saying. Some see deity as being a literal thing that you can actually see, or something you can actually feel. It's some see deity as something that is actually viewable either in the human realm or the spiritual realm, while those who see deity as more abstract see deity as not having a specific form, but more as an idea or a goal to aspire to. And when I say a goal to aspire to, I mean if they see deity as, for example, you know, um, something that helps the world or something that improves the situation as far as like with humans or with animals, or as a great architect, that might be something that they aspire to. Not aspire to be a deity or a deity figure, but someone who has all the potential, someone who has all the might and ability to create and be in harmony, and to be proactive in building up a culture of growth, of understanding, of diversity and peace. So that's what I mean when I say that. But now, me personally speaking, do I see deity as literal or figurative? Before, I would say figurative, because you know, back when I was younger in the faith, you know, I I just personally couldn't say that I felt deity because at the time I was relatively young, and I didn't know a whole much, didn't experience a whole lot faith wise. But now I say that, yeah, deity. I would personally say that I think deity is literal. I wouldn't say there is a certain place that you go to find deity. I see deity. Excuse me. I see deity in all things, but I also think that deity is a literal spirit, not an idea, but like a literal spirit. Like some people believe in human spirits, demonic spirits, stuff like that. I believe that deity is a literal spirit that some encounter, some don't encounter, but it just depends on the circumstances and if you're ready. Now, I must say that I don't have, I tend, when it comes to things like religious stuff, I tend to be hardcore skeptic. All these fluffy things are flying around, what the heck? Anyway, I tend to be more skeptical when it comes to things like that, as far as spirits and all that, unless I have absolute proof or undeniable proof. And I mean, I think it's more subjective than anything, because if you think that deity is a literal thing, then in your mind you're automatically situating your experiences, your perception to already see deity and whatever you think deity would come in. Whether if you're a pagan or whatnot, if you see deity in the form of like some type of animal, like a fox, an eagle, a snake, or fish, or something like that. So it just depends on your perception. Whereas if you see deity as more abstract, you wouldn't look at the uh, things within the world and say, I see deity. You would say that is just a fish, that is just a dog, that is just a bird, a butterfly, a tree, what have you. So I think it just depends on what your personal belief is, because people who believe that deity is literal can say, here's the proof that deity is real. I had my own personal experience with deity back when I first converted to Wicca. I've had my experience with this, so that's why I personally believe that deity exists in a spiritual form, a literal spiritual form. Whereas someone who hasn't had the experience that I had as far as encounters and whatnot, they might not believe it, because if they have I have to see it to believe it mentality, then of course if they didn't see it, they didn't experience it, then they can't believe it. And you also have some people who are just diehards, like say deity doesn't exist at all, any shape, any form. But it just depends in the end on what your perception is and what you personally believe. But in the end, I think that whether we personally see deity as a literal, figurative, abstract, or concrete, it doesn't matter so long as we don't try and push our beliefs out on others and say that, oh, what you think is wrong because so and so. We can agree to disagree, but there's a difference between having a debate and trying to shove your beliefs down someone else's throat. And that's not something that is conducive to having a good conversation or having a good relationship with other people, which is something that we should all do whether we're religious or not. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. And, if you like the video, like it, subscribe to my channel and whatnot, receive uh, video updates on a regular basis. So, yeah, I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a good day. This is Dishadara. Goodbye.